Welcome back! Right now we're going to talk about my favorite TV shows / series from this year. Welcome to the Acting Edit!
And action! It's a wrap.
So if you haven't watched it, I've done one of these about documentaries, so you can just go ahead and click it. I think it's going to be right here above my head, something. So just click it and you can go and watch it. But maybe just watch this one first. Again, as I said on the previous video, this may not be something that was released this year, but it was just something that I watched this year. I need to start with two oldies but goodies. I hadn't really watched the end of How I Met Your Mother. I know. Through all of the Facebook and general internet spoilers, I knew who the mother was, but I hadn't watched the whole thing, so I had actually no idea of the true ending, which was a really, really good surprise. I really enjoyed it. I had started watching How I Met Your Mother with everyone else back in 2000 and Lord knows when, and before I didn't have a Netflix account and I didn't watch anything online, so I pretty much had to watch as a choice of my own. I had to watch everything as it went on TV. And in Portugal, for some reason, How I Met Your Mother decreased a lot in popularity and they changed around the scheduling, and I ended up not seeing anything, I think, from season 4 or 5 on. And so this year I decided I really liked it before, so I'm just gonna watch it till the end. And again, it was a really good surprise how it ended. I liked it. Another one that kind of falls in this category was Gossip Girl. Yep. With that one, I did not know who Gossip Girl was. And so yeah, it was kind of a weird one. After that, I searched the web for opinions, and everyone kind of has the same opinion that I do. We were not really expecting that person to be Gossip Girl, but you know, it is what it is. And that's not really the reason I watched the show. I watched the show for all of the fashion and all of the girliness, so that was it. Another even older, I believe, that I just watched this year, and I binge watched it, was The Tudors. I know that it was not historically correct, but I have a fascination with the Tudors and Anne Boleyn and all of that kind of history period. And so I just set my heart to watching it, and I did. I think I watched an episode a day or more if I could. And so I watched it relatively fast. I mean, I didn't binge watch as in watch the whole of the show in one day, but I binge watched in my own terms. And I really enjoyed it. I know that it was not historically correct. A lot of things were not really how it happened, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I enjoyed the way that it was shot. I enjoyed the performances. I really do think that they managed to grasp some of the struggles of Henry's wives rather good. And again, it's entertainment. I mean, if it was a documentary, then I would want the historical accuracy, but it's entertainment. It's a lot of naked bodies and general goodness. Speaking of naked bodies and general goodness, Game of Thrones. Oh yeah! I loved Game of Thrones. To be honest, I had watched about 2 seasons until the beginning of this year. And then all of the buzz started with the new season coming on, and I knew that if I didn't hurry, I would have everything spoiled in my face thanks to Facebook and people that cannot stop themselves from sharing freaking spoilers. And you will notice that everything that I'm talking here, I am trying to be a little bit vague about. When it comes to movies, I will have a disclaimer of spoilers before, but everything else, I really don't, I don't understand the need of spoiling things for people. So I'm not going to spoil anything for you unless I state that I am going to talk about specifics. But yeah, I hadn't watched Game of Thrones apart from, I think, 2 seasons before. And it wasn't because I didn't want to or because I was not passionate about it. I literally just had no time. And because each episode is so big, and because people that I could watch it with had already watched it, I found myself in kind of a loophole of not watching it and then didn't have time to watch it and all that. So I pretty much decided that I was gonna watch it, and I did. I didn't finish season 6 before season 7 started, but I was really proud of myself. I managed to avoid every single spoiler there is. I mean, apart from knowing that certain characters were still alive because I would see photos or stuff like that, but what happened between those characters, I had no idea. And boy oh boy, Game of Thrones is just amazing. I know there's a new season coming in a year and a half or something like that, and it's the final season, but it's just an amazing production. The way that the story is portrayed is just, I have read I think 3 books. I think it's 3 books that I read before coming to London. And those series were really well portrayed. There were a couple of minor adjustments that had to be done, but I truly and totally agree with them, and it's fine. And my favorite season was season 6. The amount of bloodshed and craziness and plot twists that happened was mind-blowing. And season 7, they took a little bit of a creative outlet, and I don't think that some of the choices were actually the ones that George would actually write, but it was good. It was, CGI is amazing. All of the performances are spot on. There is not one single character that you don't like because of the performance. There are characters you don't like, and characters you hate, and characters you loathe because of the good performance, and the fact that you really come out of some episodes hating some people is the best testament to their acting skills and to their performance on the episode. So, round of huge applause to everyone involved in Game of Thrones. It is, yep, all that. Continuing with themed and period pieces, I am absolutely in love with The Crown. Just, The Crown is a masterpiece. It is telling a true story in a loving way and in a real way. Well, I'm assuming it's real. All of the people involved, or majority of people involved or portrayed, are still alive, and if it wasn't actually true, they wouldn't, allow it, I believe, or they would say something. And plus the TV show has corgis, and corgis are just the most adorable puppy on earth, and I just want a bunch of corgis. No, but seriously, Claire is just an amazing actress, and I do know that they intend to change cast every 2 seasons to conveniently portray the aging of the characters, and I totally agree with it, but it is pure pleasure to watch this cast perform. All of them are amazing actors, and it would be a pleasure to work with them, truly. To be involved in a production like that would be a pleasure, my dear. That's what it would be. Infinite amount of joy that would make me a blissful woman. Is that anywhere near a good English accent? And And last but not least, especially because lighting is going down really, really bad, I'm gonna have to figure out how to film the third installment of this favorites of 2017. So last but not least is Master of None. If you haven't watched Master of None, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Just go and watch it. It tells the story of this guy, literally his day-to-day life and his struggles and his heartbreaks and his love affairs and his friends. And season 1 is a pretty standard season when it comes to arch of beginning, ending, middle and ending, and it's just pretty standard. It's a normal scene. But season 2, there are episodes on season 2 that I literally... There's this episode where it has nothing to do with the main characters. All of the stories that are told on that episode are other stories, and the photography and the directing and the acting and the sound in all of it is just... When that episode finished, I couldn't speak for about 5 minutes, like literally no words. I couldn't express how amazed I had been by that episode, and that episode alone to me makes the whole show. But the whole show is so good. The whole show is just... That's why it's nominated. It's just... just go and watch it and be marveled, really. That is how a good show has to make you feel. It just... And I remember at first I didn't even want to watch it. My boyfriend was like, oh, let's watch the show. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, let's watch the show. And then first couple of episodes I was like, yeah, cool, yeah. And then it was just like, oh my god, can we watch another one? And can we watch another one? And it was just... So yeah, again, on Netflix, so just go and watch Master of None and be prepared to be amazed. Do I know any other words but amazed and amazing and sorry. That was my favorites of 2017 when it comes to TV shows. What were yours? Share and share the video as well so that everyone can know what my favorites were and they can have their own opinion about it. Why not? Now I'm gonna figure out how to shoot the last installment of this favorites of 2017, which is gonna be my favorite movies. Ooh, wish me luck. The sun is setting and I don't have any lights. I'll figure out a way. Promise. You will have this video. Bye! It's my Christmas tree, yay! I live in a really, really, really small studio, so that is the Christmas tree that I have enough room to have. But I love it. Yay! Oh. Naked.